This is The Reconciler, and my name is Maggie. Today, there is something that actually woke me up from sleep and got me thinking. And what's that? You may say, I don't know how you're going to react about it, but I'm just asking myself, why don't guys want to marry, self-established ladies? Why? You know, um you see some ladies out there, they are marriageable, of marriageable age, and then there's nobody coming for them because they have a car, they have a house of their own, they can afford whatever they want. And then guys are scared of these ladies, they don't want to marry them. Why? And then you see a guy that wants to marry, probably he's earning 200,000 naira where he's working, and then he goes to marry someone that is not working at all, and he comes, you know bring this woman into his life and start struggling. Initially it could be rosy, they because of the love that sets in, but as soon as responsibility starts, you know um coming on, you see the love starts getting sour, because the guy may not be able, to sufficiently meet the needs of the family. The Bible says that God gave Adam Eve as a helpmate. Suffice to say that Eve must bring her own quota, to help in catering for the family. But as it were, the situation in most homes is, upside down. As a counselor over the years, I found out that one of the reasons why there are problems in homes, is not far-fetched from money issue. So if a guy, you know, could just sit down to, you know, it's not everybody, I'm not talking of everybody, but why don't we, see that these ladies too, they need love, they need marriages, they need to have a settled home of their own. But I sat down, I thought about it, I had to do research, I had to, speak with a lot of people, I had to, within myself, thought, what are the reasons? I came up with some reasons, from my research and speaking with people. Some of the reasons are not far-fetched from pride. Every one of us will have a level of pride, and men in African setting generally, not even African setting alone, worldwide, want to be the provider of, for their home. And when that one is not there, they see themselves as not forthcoming. So the pride them of wanting to marry someone that is already made, because men want to be the provider. Another reason why they don't want to go for these ladies, is not far-fetched from what they've watched in movies, and the stories they've had, movies and fallacies and all those lies that have been told. These movies project these ladies, these established ladies, as cougars who don't actually need men, but want to use men. And then what people see, you know, remains strongly in their brain. So because of that, say a lot of people shine away, from going into relationship with this lady. And then low self-esteem. Um, I want to say that when somebody has low self-esteem, you don't want to go beyond your level. You see it as, you know, so it's to me a low self-esteem, the reason why most men, shy away from marrying ladies that are richer than them. They don't have this strong self-belief, they don't have this strong self-esteem that could um, uh, establish them as the man in the home. So those and before I move away from the reasons, one of the strong reasons why men, run away from these ladies is, what will people say? Oh, a lot of life had been damaged because of what people say. This is your future, this is what your destiny is running towards, and because of what will people say, you decide to shy away or to run away from that. Many men will like, what will people say? They will say, I marry her because of her money. They will say. Probably you are even in love with this lady. Probably you've even realized that you have, a lot of things in common, and you can relate as spouses, as husband and wife. But because of what will people say, you run away from them. Those are reasons why men, and so many more. It's not limited to what I've said here. So many more: insecurity, you're not secure. What if? All those what ifs that you create in your mind, refrain you from, taking the step to get this lady to approach this lady to, for marriage. Meanwhile, every situation in life has its advantages and disadvantages. I'm not saying this is the best thing, will have been the best thing. There are some that will work out, there are some that may not work out. Something that actually gave me, booster when it comes to faith is when I watch this particular program on DSTV. They call it Marriage at First Sight. Some of these people come into the house. You have about 10 couples, they met the first day and they get married. And you see, some of them, they made it to the end. Some, several years after, they have families. But some, they couldn't even make it past the first week, second week, and so many things happened, within them. So in every situation in life, there are advantages and there are disadvantages. So we consider what are the advantages that is inherent in a man marrying someone, that a lady that is already established. Number one, you can leverage on her wealth or connection. When I mean leverage, you leverage. If she becomes a ladder for you, probably you are not fortunate to come to have, the type of lifestyle she has built for herself. You're a struggling guy. I don't like to use the word hustle, because hustling isn't a good word to use for people that are working hard to earn, their living. You are a struggling guy. You're working hard to ensure that you give your life a better standard. And here comes this opportunity. The lady comes into your life, and you're not a lazy person. You are not dependent on her riches, on her wealth, but you want to make, a class, to build a class for yourself. All you need is an opportunity, and here the opportunity is offered to you on a platter. What you do is take it and use it to your advantage. One of my sisters was telling me a story of a man who, the wife works in NNPC. Of course, we know that they will be well paid. What she told me is this man invests or takes over the finances of this woman. He invests in properties and real estate. They have so many properties. That is a man that is not wasteful, that does not have a mindset of dominating, that does not have the mindset of what if, or I want to be the one in charge, and squanders the money. This man directs the money properly. They are living comfortably. You too, you can do that. There are investments everywhere. You have opportunity to get this done. Don't have the mindset of wasting the money. A lot of men, when they take advantage of these ladies. They squander their money, they rubbish them. But when you come into this marriage, leverage on her wealth, leverage on her connection. She already have the class she mingles with. You can borrow from her live. You can learn, how to, build a class of wealth intellectual for yourself and move ahead in the society. You will have a helpmeet financially. The Bible says that Adam had a helpmeet in Eve. Instead of you bearing the responsibility, catering for the whole situation in the home, and then the weight rests so much on you, I bet men go through a lot when it comes to home affairs, when it comes to money affairs and home affairs. because they cannot air it out. Most men don't know how to tell their wife, I don't have, and they cannot tell their wife they have internalized anger. So with this, an already established lady, help to meet the financial need of the family, and the stress will be less on the husband. Rather than a guy going to marry someone that is just starting that or does not even have, and then the two of you. I have seen where ladies that are graduates start frying akara just because they want to, help in financing the home front. What if the story is different? Then your combined net worth will be sufficient to fund your children and your home front. Yes, after you come into the marriage, you're not lazy, you built your own empire, she built her own empire, and then the two of you merge the empire and you have a conglomerate, and then you flow in wealth. Your children grows stressless. You sponsor their education without any problem. You see that before you know it, the things that others are struggling for, you're already established in it. One of the advantages. And then you can be assured that she's marrying you because she loves you. She's not marrying you because of what she can get from you. She's not marrying you because you're going to serve her, as in, no, she's marrying you because of because of the fact that she loves you. I want to tell a short story. There's this my superior when I was working somewhere, and then she, all these Lagos, what do you call them now? These Lagos Yoruba demons, The guy was handsome and everything, but in Lagos we call them Fawaraja. They will just do like that from head to toe, but they don't have a dime to their name. But this woman, well, okay, and doing good from a good family as well, married this man, or the man married this lady. This man will suffer this lady, carry woman, sometimes even bring the woman into the house, beat this woman, do whatever that he wants in this. But the lady loves this man, because of the love she had for the man. She could not, let go of the marriage. I heard the story somehow that once upon a time the man threw her from a story building. You can imagine. Thank God she did not die. But is that a good thing to do? No. The man took advantage of this lady, and it is so not not cool. It's not cool at all. But if you find yourself eyeing a lady that is wealthy or established, don't run away from it. Don't allow people to dissuade you. Don't allow what people will say to make you to change your mind. Go for it. You're also securing your own future. What are the disadvantages? So many. I've mentioned the advantage now. There are disadvantages too. It's not rosy. It's not going to be just a one way. No, there are so many odds against it as well. One of the disadvantages: people will talk. Well, tongues will wag. I read somewhere, as I was studying about this topic today. I read somewhere when one guy said, when the guy drives a flashy car, they just believe he borrowed it. They've forgotten one concept, that the Bible says two shall come together and they shall become one. So they are no longer two but one. So what she has, he had. It is none of their business if she owns it or he owns it. It is for their own to map it out. What belongs to you belongs to me. People will talk. If you marry poor person and you are suffering, people will talk. They say, see, they suffer. Yes, if you do well, people will talk. If you make money, people will talk. If you don't make money, people will talk. So why listen to what people say? What's your business with what people say? Does it have anything to do with your destiny? Your destiny has to do with you and you alone. You're on a journey. You are in a journey, and then people flying up. People as the aeroplane fly solo. So if you listen to what people say, you walk, and then a lot of people walk. A lot of people will run.
But if you want to achieve, to be, an achiever, you don't listen to what people say. They got to talk. That's what they do. People will talk. Then, as a person, as a man, you tend to read things negatively. One of the disadvantages, probably the lady just came in, probably coming in late, and like, oh babe, I'm so tired, and then your mind start reading meanings to this. I'm so tired. Where did she go? What has she done? What has she been doing since? I can't. And then insecurity sets in. You don't you because you've not actually learned to give, to just overlook things, to work with her in love, and then probably start behaving somehow negatively towards this. These are one of the disadvantages. The next point is the ego in a man may want to set in. As a man, you just look at yourself so high up there. You don't want to ask for money from your spouse. Probably she's like, if I give, she may not, so maybe she just needed, or what, a lot of things, allowing ego. Or she buys things for you, and then instead of the thank you, like, what did you do? Not knowing that every one of us, we just have our own love language, and maybe the love language could be thank you or whatever, that will boost and make it stronger and make it to work. So don't allow the ego to set in to kill the relationship that you would have had with this fantastic woman. Then, in African setting, it is so obvious that men, take the position of dominance. They dominate, they rule, they are the one handling the affairs in the home. How be it, in this type of relationship, a little understanding will be what will suffice, because from the background she's coming from, already made with the dominating spirit may not work the way it's supposed to work. So why don't you drop that and work as partners in building the relationship that you have with this fantastic woman. Then there is a how to do everything. Mine may not be the key fitting all, the master key for everything, but it works in some cases. Number one rule is, don't marry her because of her money. If that is the reason you're going into the marriage, you have failed already. If you marry this woman because she has money, then you are a gold digger, you are a gigolo, you are whatever name anybody calls you, you are. And it's not nice. These type of marriages don't actually end well. It doesn't work out because there is a reason for it. You went in because of the money. Then don't take advantage of her. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. So many men that have had married established ladies, on the end, takes advantage of this lady. There's a pathetic story I had, in Lagos. This lady was, I don't know what she does now, but then she was a banker, and she had a child before she met this guy. The girl should be like 10, 15. I think in secondary school already. She was in boarding school. And then this guy would just come in the morning, would take the lady to work in the morning and cruise, around in town every day like that, and closing, you come pick her up. So this particular day, the girl from secondary school came to meet her mother in the office, one way or the other. So she has a luggage that will go into the boot. This guy never expected that this woman will open the boot for any reason. So as they opened the boot, what they saw amazes the woman. They found baby things, baby baths, baby towel, baby. The guy had impregnated someone outside, and he was buying things for the other woman with the money belonging to this woman. That is devilish now. That is no good. If God be man, I don't know how the punishment that he will met onto this guy. Do you know what happened? The lady took charge of her life right from there. She collected the car key, dropped the baby things that the guy bought, and zoomed away with her child. Got home, put every of his things outside. The truth of the matter is, this girl he impregnated is living with somebody. So excuse me, how is he going to cope with life? Because of selfish reason. You have people, if you wanted to take advantage of somebody, instead of you using this as an opportunity to make your own life and build a structure in life that will make you to stand out, you mesmerize yourself, you useless yourself because of what. Knowing one thing, love grows if you give love a chance. I was told of an experiment that took place. You have 2 bottles, that you plant flowers in it, and you keep the 2 bottles in your house. One you dote on, you go there every morning, you remove the dirt, you water it, you touch the leaves, you pamper it, you do all the love thing with this flower. And then this other one, you go there, you just pour water and you leave. At the end of the month, when you check, this one that you pamper, that you speak to, that you dote on, grows better than the one you just pour water and leave. Both of them need water to survive. Outside there, that's what they need to survive. But while they are with you, the same way you speak, to this flower, to this plant that grows, the same way you speak love into your life, and it grows, it germinates. So you can grow love, you can make love, to blossom. Nurture it. Stop looking for what is not missing. Stop looking for things that you don't actually need. All you need is to secure a life for yourself and to grow the love you have with this woman. Help the woman. If she has character defaults, you can help, you can mold, you can train. I have not always been like this in my life, but I have a lot, to give thanks to for my husband. I used to be an angry person. I'll shout, I'll scream, I'll talk this, but my husband tamed me. Told me this is how it is. Even if I am not established, he has the money more than me, but then that is it. Even in assuming I'm the opposite, probably I have money, I know he's going to still do the work on me as well. So learn to work with the situation you have. Don't just run away from situation. If you run away from this, you meet it somewhere else. It may not be the same thing, but definitely you're going to start all over again. Then you must do away with low self-esteem. Don't always see yourself as I can't, I'm unable, I can't. No. See yourself as I am able, I have, I'm well able. Those positive words, have a way of building your morals, have a way of, giving you an esteem, making you to be booted, not this woman will ride on me if I just allow her like this, if I just smile. Some will even come to the house and become a terror. You are angry always because you don't want the woman to ride on you. You have to do away. When you look at it from top to bottom, it is self-esteem that is the cause of all those. So you have to do away with low self-esteem. Then you must see this as an opportunity to rise in life. Don't ever subject yourself. Don't ever make her your source. Don't ever allow that to be implanted in your mind, but see it as an opportunity. A story of a man I'm going to tell, as I exit today. This woman, well made, money everywhere into real estate, and she has money, real money, and marry this guy. This guy will beat this woman blue black when he wants money. And what does he do with the money? Drugs. Just see. But this woman love this guy with all the negative attitude and everything. She'll still give money. I heard the story when he collected 100 million into his account and ran away for 1 month. 100 million 1 month, and squandered, stayed in hotels, running with babes and everything like that, and had to come back home. Is that life? Is that life? One day it will all come to an end. But never see, this marrying an established lady as an opportunity to extort them, to cheat on them, to take advantage of them, to make them feel dejected, rejected, and abandoned. So many ladies out there are crying because of this, because they have given their wealth, their resources to men who are not trustworthy, who duped them, who took the advantage of them, and either run away, or just left them with nothing. If you have the concept that there is God looking down from heaven who will pay individual according to what they do, you will have conscience not to do negatively to another man's daughter, knowing that you either have a sister or you have a daughter, and whatsoever you do unto others shall be done unto you. I'm not a judge of this case, but let it sink in your mind that you should see these ladies that are established as marriageable ladies. Their hearts are out there to be loved, to take to have a home of their own. So never see them as not good enough. Some of them, they are established by themselves through hard work, through diligence, through dedication. That's how they rise in life. So never see them as not good enough for marriage. You can never tell. Their hearts are tender. Their hearts are prepared to have you in their lives. Don't turn them away. Just a little attention will surprise you what you get from these ladies. Until I come your way again next time with another interesting topic, keep it at the back of your mind that I am the reconciler and my name is Maggie. For marriage counseling and relationship advice, I'm always open. You can reach us on the lines and the contact on the screen.